Good morning, friends. Welcome to the SBI Securities Daily Morning Podcast. So it was a healthy trading session yesterday with Indian markets, the benchmark indices ending 0.5% higher, while the broader markets were pretty strong with the mid-cap index up 1% and the small-cap index rallied 2%. Among the major gainers, Adani Enterprises, ONGC, JSW Steel, Adani Ports, Hero MotoCorp and Eicher Motors gained. While on the losing side, we had IT, FMCG and pharma names such as Cipla, TCS, Tata Consumer, Nestle India, ICICI Bank as well as Bajaj Finance. Sectorally, the power index, telecom index rallied 2.5% each. The metal index was strong, up 2.2%. The cap goods index up 2.1%. So the risk on trade was pretty much on. The auto index also rallied 1.6%. The realty index was up 1%. While the sole loser was the healthcare index, which ended pretty much flat with a slight negative bias. 79 stocks scaled 52-week highs. So CG Power, Cummins India, Eicher Motors, Havells, Jindal Steel and Power, Polycab and Siemens. While on the 52-week low side, there were 16 stocks. The advanced decline also improved. So the overall market breadth improved. 2,665 stocks on the advancing side against 1,145 stocks on the declining side. In terms of fund flow, FIIs continued to sell, so a net sell figure of 4,065 crores, while the DIIs continued to buy with a net buy figure of 3,528 crores. So pretty much the institutional fund flow is along the lines of what we are seeing in the last 2 weeks as well. Global cues are supportive today. So US markets, the Nasdaq has ended 0.3% higher and it's almost trading at record highs, while the Dow ended 0.2% lower. But US markets shrugged off the higher than expected PPI data for April, and the nerves were also soothed by the US Fed Chair Jerome Powell saying that the rate hike which was being spoken about is not on the table in immediate horizon, and that the Fed will continue to be data dependent as far as the future rate actions are concerned. The US CPI data is also due tonight, so markets will also focus on that. A couple of Asian markets are shut today, and the GIFT Nifty is indicating a positive opening for our markets today. In terms of the result reactions, so Bharti Airtel reported results. Revenue was down 0.8% QOQ, coming slightly below estimate. EBITDA was also down 2.5% QOQ. The EBITDA margin also was lower, so lower than the Bloomberg estimate, and net profit was down 28% YOY. So lower than expectations. So expect a neutral to negative reaction. The call will be today, so more updates on the kind of tariff hikes that are expected post elections, as well as the ARPU, the near term and the medium term ARPU target that the company is targeting will be out in the call today. Coming to Siemens India, so very strong set of numbers. Revenue growth of 18% YOY, EBITDA was up 41%, and the margin improved to 15.3% versus 12.8% YOY. Strong 70% growth in the net profit. So numbers clearly above consensus estimates. The company has also announced capex of over 1,000 crores for expansion of operations. Also, the company approved the demerger, so the energy business will be demerged into a separate entity that will be listed separately called Siemens Energy, and the ratio has been fixed at 1:1. So expect a strong positive reaction for Siemens India today as well. Shree Cement, the revenue was up 6.5% YOY, coming above consensus estimates. EBITDA growth of 60% YOY, and net profit was up 29% YOY. Margins also have improved strongly. So a strong performance from Shree Cement. Expect a positive reaction. Similar is the case with Colgate Palmolive. So revenue growth of 10% YOY, EBITDA was up 18% YOY, margin improvement as well, and 20% profit growth. The numbers coming largely in line with Bloomberg estimates, and a strong performance. So a positive reaction likely on Colgate Palmolive as well. Oberoi Realty, the revenue was up 37% YOY, EBITDA also coming in above estimates, and the net profit growth of 64% YOY. Also, the company has approved equity fundraising of 2,000 crores and additional debt raising of 2,000 crores. Results were better than expectations, so positive reaction likely for Oberoi Realty. Radico Khaitan also reported strong set of numbers but were lower than the consensus expectations. So revenue growth of 15% YOY, EBITDA was up 55%, margin also improved but was lower than expectation, and the net profit was up 26% YOY. So expect a neutral reaction for Radico Khaitan today. Apollo Tyres weak performance, revenue growth of just 0.2% YOY, EBITDA also up just 3% YOY, and the net profit was down 14% YOY. So tire companies in this quarter are facing pressure from the higher natural rubber prices as well as subdued volumes, and that is impacting the performance. So expect a negative reaction for Apollo Tyres today. Patanjali Foods revenue growth of 4% YOY, EBITDA up 14%, and net profit was down 22% YOY. So weak set of numbers from Patanjali Foods. Expect a negative reaction today. So that's the updates on the key results that were reported yesterday. In terms of the key results today, Power Finance Corporation, Mankind Pharma, Jindal Stainless, Dixon Technologies, Honeywell Automation, LIC Housing Finance, NCC Clean Science, Titagarh Rail Systems, IEX, Granules India, Paradeep Phosphates, Precol, Somani Ceramics, NLC India will be reporting their numbers today. Also in news from the MSCI, so the MSCI has added 13 Indian stocks to its global standard index under its quarterly review for May, and among the major additions are Bosch, Canara Bank, Indus Towers, Jindal Stainless, JSW Energy, Mankind Pharma, NHPC, PB Fintech, Phoenix Mills, Solar Industries, Thermax, Torrent Power, and Sundaram Finance. While on the deletion side, there is Berger Paints, IGL, and Paytm. So expect positive reaction for the additions, while the three deletions could be under pressure today. In terms of other stock specific news, Orion Pro Solutions, the board has approved a bonus issue in the ratio of 1:1, so positive for Orion Pro Solutions. Big Block Construction, the company has announced a temporary shutdown of its Umbergaon plant for 45 to 60 days, so a negative for Big Block Construction. Infosys has announced a multi-year pact with UAE's first Abu Dhabi bank to modernize its IT infrastructure, so positive in the long term for Infosys. Shyam Metallics has approved capex of 700 crores for flat rolled aluminium products, so positive for Shyam Metallics. Interglobe Aviation, a news report suggests that the company plans to expand its regional network with order of 100 planes, so positive for Interglobe Aviation. Coming to the IPO offering, so Go Digit General Insurance, the IPO will open today, and the price band has been set at 258 to 272 rupees per share, and the company has raised 1,176 crores from anchor investors yesterday. In terms of new listings, two companies listing today. TBO Tech will debut on the exchanges today at issue price of 920 rupees per share. The IPO was subscribed 86.7 times. And Aadhar Housing Finance also will make its debut at issue price of 315 rupees per share. And the IPO was subscribed 25.5 times. Among insider trades, Jindal saw, so promoter Shraddha Jatia bought 18,700 shares on 10th May. And in terms of stocks going ex-dividend today, IRB Infra, Hindustan Zinc, Coforge, Aptus Value, while Canara Bank will be going ex-split today, and Solara Active Pharma will be going ex-rights issue today. So that's it in the podcast today. Have a happy trading session. Thank you.
Investment in securities market are subject to market risks. Read all the related documents carefully before investing.